What's going on, everyone? So, we recently covered the supposed insider that saw the final cut of Scream. A couple months ago, we covered the supposed insider that saw the rough cut of Scream. Both had a ton of similarities. Nothing was groundbreaking, nothing was spoilerish. It was just a basic oversight of what they thought of the film and what they seen. But the commonalities that I want to talk about are ones that many have speculated and believed, and that is regarding Ghostface, the kills, and the chase scenes specifically. But before we jump into it, be sure to like the video. It helps me out a lot, lets me know that you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel, followed by the bell notification so you never miss an upload, and let's get into it. So, when it comes to the chase scenes, the both supposed insiders said that there are two epic chase scenes that really have your heart pumping and pounding. So, I was thinking, what would add to that epicness of a chase scene? Because if it's one of these new characters, yes, they can make it epic, they can make it intense, but what would really draw us in as an audience? What would really get our, sort of blood flowing as far as a epic chase scene goes? Like, what would be epic to a Scream fan base? And that would be one of the OG3 being in that chase scene. Maybe not both of them, obviously, but at least one of them, because they said one specific, it just gets your heart racing and really gets you going. So I would assume something like that would have to be most likely Gale or Sydney, because again, these new characters, unless it's much later in the film and they did a really good job of establishing these characters, I don't see, again, you can make it epic, but I don't see us really on the edge of our seat, because that's how they're making it sound. Like, we're all like, oh my god, this is unbelievable. The only way I could see that happening is if it was a Gale or a Sydney and some epic, they're running through Stu's house or something to get away from Ghostface, and there's just this high intense, maybe they get chased into, a warehouse or something, and there's that kind of like in a good example would be Scream 2, where they're when Gale is being chased by Ghostface, through the little school and studio, and there's that wall scene. That was a excellent chase scene, and then Dewey ends up trying to come and find Gale, and boom, he gets sticked. Something like that, I could see being a real draw for the audience. I could see us really getting invested in something like that, because we're so connected to these OG characters. We care about them so much that to see them put in this hostile, tense environment would be a sort of an epic chase scene as suggested. And I think that would be a really cool thing to see. Whether they live or die, I mean, I'll leave that debate up to you in the comments, so let me know what you think. But nonetheless, whether they live or die, just that context and seeing that unfold on the screen is enough to get us wow, this is crazy. Especially if it's Sydney, because then you're like, okay, is she gonna live? Is she gonna die? This is, because again, this is a film that isn't Wes Craven, that isn't the people that held Sydney to such a high standard. These are new people. So I feel like every intense scene with the OG3, you're gonna be sitting there wondering, is this it for them? Is it over? Or no, they wouldn't do that. There's no way. So I think it'd definitely be an interesting dynamic. Now, when it comes to Ghostface and the kills themselves, I expect Ghostface to sort of get off the textbook kills. Yes, he's had a couple that were not being poking people. He had where he threw Cece off the cliff. He had the garage scene with Tatum. So he's had some epic kills without the knife, but generally speaking, he just runs around poking people with this stick. Now, the producers have pretty much said as much, that Ghostface will be more darker, he'll be more stealthier, that he will, that he'll go off the knife from time to time. And I really want to see that. I want some epic kills. I want some nice, it doesn't have to be too gory, it doesn't have to be too crazy, but just something different. Take some risks, take some chances in the kills and the stuff that are going to draw the audience in regardless. And the producers said as much. They said that they plan on betting big and really going all in on certain things. So I want to see that. I love the idea of a stealthier Ghostface, because let's be honest, in the previous films, he's always been clumsy. You know, he's always getting thrown around. He's taking beatings. You know, or she. You know, they're either of them are usually getting wrecked. More so than they're actually killing. Like, I want to see a stealthier, more methodical, meticulous Ghostface. Like, I want to see one that's just like, he's not just, you know, standing there like waving his knife to get. I want to see him, you know, sneaking up behind people, doing, you know, stealth like acts. Like, I want to see a realistic killer, because anybody that's really doing this isn't going to go and like magically, you know, stand in front of you for 5 minutes and wave their magic stick. Like, no, they're going to, you know, try to sneak up behind you or do something epic. And I want to see that. I love the idea of a darker undertone, a more emotional undertone. And that sort of ties into the chase scenes. Because if this is a more emotional Scream, I expect them to target the OG3 a lot, because that's what's going to pull on our heartstrings. Because we don't know these new characters, and even if they did an amazing job of having us connect with them, we still don't know them the way we do the OG3. So if you really want us to get emotional, pull on our heartstrings, you know, make Ghostface epic, that needs to be sort of a focus in a way. Like, set up intense, high emotional scenarios with the OG3 to really get the blood flowing. And then again, they're going to have throwaway characters, obviously, that's fine. But those throwaway characters need to be the truly epic kills, in my opinion. Like, those throwaway characters, you need to get in them and just, you know, make it happen. As always, this is a discussion, so let me know what you think. Would you want to see a darker Ghostface, you know, a more stealth-like, you know, epic kills, things like that? Or do you want it to stay sort of what it's been in the past? As far as like epic chasings, you agree with me that the only way we're really going to get a really high intense, like emotional edge of our seat is with the OG3, whether you kill them or not. But, you know, because we don't have that connection with these new characters the way we do with the OG3. So I want to hear your opinion on that. And last little plug, giving away a handful of these Scream Ghostface pops. I'm going to give away probably 4 or 5 of them. All you got to do right now is just subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notifications, and look out for the video I have coming. I'm just waiting on the shipment of them. It said it'd be about 2 weeks, and it's been about 4 or 5 days, so I should be getting it about a week and a half. I'm going to inspect them, make sure everything's fine, and then we'll start doing the giveaway and give some of you these pops. And so all you got to do is subscribe to the channel, followed by the bell notifications, and do me a favor, hit the like button on this video. It helps me out a lot, lets me know that you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.